The vast majority of men think penetration is the key to satisfying a woman. But in parts of Central Africa, men are taught something completely different. A technique that can trigger explosive orgasms and even female ejaculation without relying on penetration at all. In some cases, women release large amounts of fluid in seconds. And the reason it works has nothing to do with tricks or gimmicks. It has everything to do with anatomy and blood flow. And once you understand why it works, you'll never look at sex the same way again. Now, before I break this down, if you're a man who wants to understand not just how to please a woman physically, but how to make her feel genuinely drawn to you on a psychological level, my friend Kate Spring, an award-winning author on female psychology, wrote a free ebook called The Female Mind Control Handbook. It covers the real triggers behind what makes women fall for certain men. And it pairs perfectly with what I'm about to teach you today. Because technique without connection only gets you halfway. Links in the description, go grab it. All right, the technique is called Kunyaza. It's been passed down for generations in Rwanda and surrounding regions. And when researchers started studying sexuality in these cultures, they found something fascinating. Women consistently reported extremely intense orgasms. Female ejaculation was common. And the technique had nothing to do with thrusting in and out the way Western men are taught. So here's how it actually works. Instead of penetrating, you use the tip of the penis to rhythmically stimulate the clitoris and the vaginal opening. Think of it like painting quick, light strokes across the clitoris, or tapping rhythmic pressure on the clitoral hood. You're staying on the outside, minimal penetration. The entire focus is external stimulation with a consistent, deliberate rhythm. And when done correctly, it builds arousal and pressure for both of you. It creates this escalating cycle. As she gets more turned on, you get more turned on. As you respond to her, she responds even harder to you. And that cycle of mutual arousal is what eventually triggers ejaculation. But to understand why this works so well, you need to understand what's actually happening beneath the surface. Because the clitoris is not just a small button on the outside. That's what everyone thinks. In reality, the clitoral network is massive, like an iceberg. What you see on the surface is a tiny fraction of the whole structure. Beneath the skin, you've got internal clitoral bulbs that wrap around the vaginal canal. You've got an internal clitoral network connecting to the urethra and vaginal walls. And you've got the periurethral glands, sometimes called the Skene's glands or the female prostate. Yes, women have a prostate equivalent, and it plays a direct role in female ejaculation. So when you apply rhythmic stimulation to the clitoris and the vaginal opening, and that rhythm is key, it can't be random, you're creating pressure against her pubic bone. You're stimulating the clitoral bulbs and the periurethral glands all at the same time. Blood flow increases to the entire area. The tissue becomes engorged. Fluid builds up in those glands. And when that pressure reaches a certain threshold, ejaculation happens. It's not mysterious, it's not magic. It's pure anatomy responding to the right kind of stimulation applied in the right way. Now here's something important. This technique doesn't require you to be fully rigid. You can do it without a full erection and still create incredible pleasure for her. But, and I want to be straight with you, if you are firm, the impact is significantly more dramatic. Because with stiffness comes more precise pressure, more friction, more rhythmic intensity.
The glands get compressed more effectively. The clitoral structures get activated more fully. And if the goal is ejaculation, that firmness really does make the difference.
Which brings me to something I want to share with you. If you want to take techniques like this and everything else we talk about on this channel and actually apply them at the highest level, my friend Alex put together a video that goes deep into how to make a woman orgasm like crazy. It covers the specific methods, the positioning, the psychology behind what makes her completely let go. And it ties directly into what we're talking about today. I've linked it in the description below. If what you just learned about Kunyaza opened your eyes, Alex's video is going to blow your mind. Go watch that next. But here's the beautiful thing about this technique. If you bring her to pleasure early in the session using Kunyaza, there's less pressure on you for the rest of the encounter. Think about that. She's already had an intense orgasm, maybe even ejaculated, before penetration even begins. The pressure is off. You're not racing against the clock trying to last long enough. You're not worrying about whether she's going to finish. She already did. And now everything that follows is just bonus for both of you. This technique requires 3 things. The right external rhythm, an understanding of the anatomy beneath the surface, and enough firmness to create the pressure that makes it all come together. Master those 3, and you'll have a skill that the vast majority of men on this planet have never even heard of, let alone know how to use. Go download Kate's free ebook, watch Alex's video, and start approaching her body like someone who actually knows what's underneath.